जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, शिला गिरिराज कृष्ण की जय, श्री श्री राधा रमन जी की जय, श्री श्री यशोदा कृष्ण की जय, राधा दामोदर की जय, गौर प्रमानंदे हरि बोल। So welcome everyone. I'm very sorry that today is late here because still our decoration is not over here at Kanpur. We have very punctual devotees here, and so they are getting it. Can you make the display bigger? Krishna is not at all visible. Krishna's face has no light. Okay, now there is some. Okay, so everybody can see now. So we can now start the Damodarashtakam. Amamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Asat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Achadabhyalukaladhabamanam Param Vishtam Atyanta Todritya Gopya Tantamohor Netra Yukmam Rujantam Param Bhuja Yugmena Satanka Netram Moho Swasakam Patri Ekanka Kanta Ita Graivam Damodaram Bhaktivadam Iti Druksa Lila Virananda Kunde Yogo Samnimmajantam Akhyapayantam Ade Asita Gensu Bhaktairjitatam Punaha Prematastam Satabhriti Bande Param Deva Moksham Va Mokshavadhim Va Nachanyam Brune Aham Vare Sadhapriya Idam Taipa Purnatha Gopala Valam सदा में मनसा विरस्तं किमन्यै। इदं ते पूर्णाथ गोपाल बालम् सदा मे मनसा विरस्तं किमन्यै। इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलय घृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्याम्। मोहोत्संवितां बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनसा विरस्तामलं लक्ष्यलवै। नमो देवो दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद भवदुःखजलाधिमग्नम्। कृपा दृष्टि वृष्ट्यातिदीनं वतानु गृहाणे स मामज्ञाम्यधियखिदृश्या। कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमस्तैव यद्वा त्वयामुचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च। तथा प्रेम भक्तिं सतां मे प्रयच्छ मोक्षे गृहमेस्ति दामोदरेण। नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयदाराय यथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने। नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्। नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम्। Everybody can offer to diya to Sri Sri Radha Damodar. Please place the Radha Damodar in the center. Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Asatkundalam Gokule Brajamanam. Sadabhiralokaladabhamanam Paramrustam Atyantato Drutya Gopya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Sri Radhe. Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Sri Radhe. Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Pramanande, Kartik Maas ki jai. लाओ रे लाओ, आज राधा कुंड अपीयरेंस डे है ना? When is Radha Kund appearance day? Baulashtami. When is Ashtami?
Today only, sir. Today.
Who is speaking?
Sir, Sarvajit. Yes, sir. Sir, today only, sir. Radha Kund appearance day.
What are you saying?
Today only, sir. Today only Radha Kund appearance day.
Today is Radha Kund appearance day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. अरे तो ब्रजमंडल परिक्रमा किताब लेके आओ तो बुडो ब्रजमंडल परिक्रमा Okay. So before we start today, we will talk about Radha Kund appearance because that's a very interesting pastime. So what we will do, I will ask questions. So yesterday we talked about Mother Yashoda binding Krishna. Mother Yashoda binding Krishna, we discussed, and where every time there are two fingers, the rope used to be 2 fingers short. Please recite the verse that explains what is meaning of this 2 fingers short. Those who know, please put in the chat the verse. And then I will give honor to those people who have done rightly to recite that verse in audio. Quick. Sarvagya Gauranga, I'm not saying what are the two, I'm saying the verse. Verse that talks about this. Our endeavor and Krishna's mercy, which verse talks about it? Only Anwal Avasthi, nobody else? Okay, Anwal Avasthi, please recite the verse.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Without looking, from memory, read it.
Tatte anukampam susamikshmano bhunjanevatma kritam vipakam vidavagva purvir vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadayabha.
Bolo, meaning.
Brahmaji is telling that those who when Krishna gives somebody something, when Krishna gives some happiness to someone, they feel that they don't deserve it, and if Krishna gives some misery, then they feel that Krishna is being very kind to them, and they patient. In this way, they suffer the reactions of their past misdeeds and offer with their mind, body, and words offer obeisances. They become eligible and the right recipient for liberation.
So this verse is saying Tatte Anukampam. Susamikhyamana. We must patiently wait for Krishna's mercy. As we are told to practice Krishna consciousness, life no more becomes very wonderful all the time. So we will not have a roller coaster ride. Whether you are a devotee or a not devotee, life is never a roller coaster. But non-devotees, when they go through the difficult time, they become more disturbed. Whereas devotees, when they go through difficult time, they are able to accept those difficult time as Tatte Anukampam Susamikhyamana Bhunjanevatma Krutam Vipakam. So those difficult times, they digest as the reaction of their past misdeeds. Krutam vipakam. So devotee accepts a difficult time as he deserves, whereas a non-devotee, they cannot accept. And that is a famous, people say, why bad things happen to good people? That is nonsense. Good people will never say that bad thing is happening to me. Only bad people can say bad things are happening. More bad you are, you will say more bad things. Even small bad thing happens to you, oh, so much of bad things happen to me. But those who are in devotional path, they do not think that the bad things are happening to them. Or whatever is happening to them, they accept that as they accept that they are deserving it. Or in fact, Prabhupada is to say, a devotee, whenever he goes through a difficult time, he realizes that I would have got even more difficult time, but by Krishna's mercy, that difficulty has been reduced. So I'm getting only very little. How big that difficulty may be, a devotee thinks this is a very small thing that has happened to my life. Otherwise I would have gone through a very difficult lifetime. So he accepts the difficult time. And plus, Rudbhag Bapu Vir Vidadhan Namaste. He never stops his Krishna conscious activities. He continues, Frut Bak Bapu. Frut Bak Bapu. Frut means his consciousness, Bak means his speech, and Bapu his body. Everything he uses in Krishna's service. Frut Bak Bapu Vir Vidadhan. And Jive Tayo Mukti Pade Sadaya. And Brahmaji is saying such a person has a rightful claim to your lotus feet. He has a rightful claim for your bhakti. So dear devotees, this particular pastime of Krishna, which was when he was bound by Yashoda Mai, we have to always recognize that whether, every day you get up and every day you have to chant Krishna's name. And it is possible, someday you may be physically sick, you may be tired, exhausted, or you may not have good sleep, or so many things may happen. But still you have to continue chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Every day we have 6:30 to 7:30 chanting. I request all of you to participate in this chanting. It is very important. Because once you join 6:30 to 7:30 means at least you are giving that time regularly, because we are not discontinuing this 6:30 to 7:30 because that is fixed. Everybody must join this chanting program. Because by sitting one place and chanting, and there are many people who don't chant properly many times, I have seen, some of you chant, but when you sit there, I specifically chant very, very clearly to help you to chant properly. So those who are not chanting, pronouncing properly, or they have been, overtaken by their bad habits. So if you sit there and chant synchronizingly, you'll chant better. So my point is, performing devotional service day in, day out is not an easy thing. You can do for a year, or for some people even a month are very like a yoga, and some people a year or two is a very big thing. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahoitu Ki Tvai. Birth after birth after birth, I must continue performing devotional service, nothing else. And that state is bigger than liberation. Anybody who is able to get attracted to Krishna's devotional service is beyond liberation. So this endeavor and Krishna's mercy. So endeavor must be there. Every day we must chant our 16 rounds. Every day we must hear Krishna Katha. Every day we must read Prabhupada books. Shastra we must read. Every day. Every day we may go out and we must go out and speak about Krishna to others. So there is a certain do's that we must do in relation to Krishna. Whether we have a taste for it, we don't like it, or we like it, or we don't like, doesn't matter. We have to do because our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, has told us to do it. We may not, none of us, we have faith in anything. Let me tell you. Whatever I speak today, tomorrow I will contradict that very thing that I speak today. But at least we should say, now we know one pure devotee, that is Srila Prabhupada, and let us put faith in his words. So because he has told us, so we have to follow it. So this endeavor is something that we don't do. We get sidetracked by mundane things. So, and hence this is very, very important. How Krishna doesn't oblige easily to everyone. It is only unless you have performed devotional service. Naraji performed devotional service, many births, and then as a Gandharva he fell down, and then he became a maidservant son. But there he got special mercy from Bhaktivedanta, and then he performed severe devotional service, serious devotional service. And then he perfected. So dear devotees, we have to be very, very careful in our devotional life. Many turbulence would come, but we should not succumb to it. That is why we should always remain in association with the devotees. So today, I will speak about Radha Kund Appearance Day. So Radha Kund appearance. You see, normally it was a daily schedule that one asura, demon, would enter into Krishna's pastime. And then Krishna would kill that demon. So one day, Arishtasura entered and Krishna killed. So Arishtasura is in the form of a bull. So when he was killed by Krishna, the gopis, out of love for Krishna, said, "You have killed a bull." And hence, You are an untouchable. So they won't allow Krishna to be even near them or to become interacting with them. After all, he had just killed a bull. Although Aristasura was a demon, they argued, he had nonetheless assumed the form of a bull. So the gopis insisted that Krishna would have to be purified of his offense by bathing in all of the holy rivers before he could be qualified to associate with them again. So gopis took a high pedestal, said, we are very, very chaste girls, and we are very pure, and you are a sinner, you have killed a bull. Now, Krishna killing anyone or Krishna saving anyone is absolute. So Krishna kills or doesn't kill, both are same. Krishna protects you or Krishna kills you, no distinction. But here gopis wanted to have some fun and said, Krishna, you have killed a bull. And the only way you become qualified to become our friend, provided you take holy bath in all tirthas. That means gopis put a puzzle box in front of Krishna. That means Krishna has to go to Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, Sindhu. So all tirthas he has to go. He has to go to Bindu Sarovar, he has to go to Puskar, all tirtha. Now, Krishna, however, didn't want to leave Braj to visit all those holy places. So he struck the earth. So he struck the earth with his heel and created a lake bed, which is now known as Samkunda. Can you do that? Yeah? You understand? Just as you are walking, no? You just give a little strike to the ground and there will be a lake. And Krishna did the same thing. Krishna, he gave little strike. He struck the ground, little pushed the ground, and there was a lake. That's it. He didn't require any lever or anything. But anyway, this is fun. Of course, Krishna, I don't have to tell all these things. All of you understand. So the waters of the whole holy places then appeared there to fill this kunda. So Krishna created a kunda called Samakunda simply by striking the earth there, and all the tirthas he ordered and they came. Because after all, everybody is Krishna's servant. And then they filled the kunda. And then Lord bathed in Samkund. And with a charming smile declared the gopis had now become impure and unworthy of his association because they had sided with a demon. So first gopis said, you are untouchable. Krishna now reversed it. Krishna fulfilled their demand that he take bath in all holy tirthas. In front of the gopis, Krishna invited all the tirthas and filled his kunda, and then he took his bath. And after taking bath in the kunda, Krishna could have called, am I qualified now to associate with you? No, he didn't say that. He said, you are unqualified to associate with me. Why? Because you have sided with a demon, not sided with Krishna. Anybody who doesn't side with Krishna becomes a demon. Right? So it's a transcendental pastimes of Krishna. Of course, gopis are not demons. But then, Krishna is arguing, you have sided with Aristasura, so you have become impure. So, so he suggested that they could bathe in Samkund to purify themselves. So Krishna gave an easy solution. The easy solution was that you take bath in Samkund. And if you take bath in Samkund, I will certify that you are also pure. Now what happened here? The gopis said, this is a complete defeat. Okay? If we go and take bath in his kunda, that means we are accepting the defeat. So they decided to dig their own kunda with their banjos. Once it was dug, they formed a line stretching all the way to Mansi Ganga and passed pots of water to one another to fill Radhakund. So if you see from Radhakund to Mansi Ganga, almost 4 or 5 kilometers. So if one gopi to another gopi, let's say 1 meter. 1 meter is a big thing. 1 meter is a... So imagine, so 1 kilometer, 1,000 gopi. Simple math says minimum 5,000 gopis are necessary to make a line from Mansi Ganga to Radhakund. And then the water has to be passed from Mansi Ganga. So that means you need 5,000 pots. Of course, gopis used to have all the many pots. So of course, there will be more than 5,000 gopis. We can accept that. There are many more gopis. So anyway, so they must have taken shift-wise task. So one gopi would fill in Mansi Ganga and do relay. So another gopi, another gopi, another gopi. Finally, one pot will reach Radhakund by 5,000 passes. So, and it was an arduous task and went well into the night. In fact, it went on until close to midnight. The kunda was not small, so even with all that effort, it was far from being filled. So you have made a big kunda. Of course, see, so many gopis are there. Krishna alone. So Bichara Krishna, he has to make one kunda on his own. So he struck the ground, made one kunda. But then the gopis became Bicharani. Why? Now, although their numbers are very large, but then they have to make a kunda at least comparable to Samkunda. So that kunda, so they must have made the equally sized kunda. And once they made that kunda, and even if you bring 5,000 pot, also nothing. 10,000 pot, also nothing. 1 lakh pots would be also nothing. So imagine now. So it went to midnight, and they're filling the water, determined to fill it. But hardly there is any water in the kunda. Eventually, heeding Sri Shyamsundar's hint, the personified holy rivers and lakes humbly prayed to Srimati Radhika that they may be allowed to enter her sacred kunda. This blessing would perfect their existence. So these holy tirthas, under the direction of Krishna, begged Srimati Radharani, please allow us to do a service to you. That you and your friends have done a great job, but now allow us to fill your kunda. So with her graceful permission, they flowed from Shyamakunda into Radhakunda. Okay. At that moment, the Lord declared in front of ecstatic gathering of gopis that Srimati Radharani's kunda would become even more famous than his own, and that he would always perform pastimes there. That is how Sri Radhakunda appeared. So the Tirthas, they begged Srimati Radharani, and then they made a channel from Radhakunda, Syamakunda to Radhakunda. And they poured their water in Syamakunda, and that water went through Syamakunda to Radhakunda and filled Radhakunda. So, Bolo Radhakunda Appearance Day Maha Mahotsav ki, Sri Sri Radhakunda ki, Sri Sri Radhakunda ki, Sri Sri Radhakunda ki. So I hope you enjoyed this pastime. Aristasura, you must remember. Then Krishna was accused that he was a killer of cow. He must atone for his papa. Then Krishna manifested Syamakunda, invited Tirthas. He bathed in his, Tirthas filled his kunda. He bathed in kunda. And then accused Radharani and her friends, you have sided with a demon, and hence you are impure. So you are not qualified to associate with me. So the way Radharani and gopis, they pushed Krishna to Karna, Krishna also pushed them to a Karna. But Krishna gave them a solution, easy solution. Take bath in my kunda, then you will also become purified. But they didn't want to accept. They didn't want to accept the defeat. So they made a kunda adjacent to Syamakunda, equal size. And then they tried to fill it through from Mansi Ganga. But unfortunately, midnight, they could not fill it. And finally, Tirthas went and begged Srimati Radharani, allow us to do a service to you. And they did so by instruction of Krishna. And finally, they poured water in Syamakund. And from Syamakund, the water overflowed to Radhakund. And that is how Radhakund was filled and Radhakund appeared. And Krishna declared, Radhakund will be more famous than Syamakund. All of you know that Naradji had a desire to associate with Radhakund. Because in Radhakund, there is constantly intimate pastimes are going on between Krishna, Radharani, and her friends. So ordinary people cannot go there. And so Naradji wanted to be there, but nobody can go because there is only one male, that is Krishna, and others are female. So Vrunda Devi told, okay, you want, then what you do near Kusum Sarovar, there is some Narad Kund, you will see, as we are going in Parikrama, and Kusum Sarovar will be to your right, and Narad Kund will be to your left, almost 1 kilometer or so. So there, Naradji performed severe austerities under the guidance of Vrunda Devi. Then when Vrunda Devi was satisfied, he brought him and told Naradji, you now take a bath in Kusum Sarovar. So as soon as he took bath in Kusum Sarovar and came out, he became a gopi. Okay. Now Narada was qualified to enter into Radhakund. And that is how Naradji associated with Radhakund. So it is not easy to associate with Radhakund. Thank you so much for listening today. We finished that. Oh, there is Bahula Ashtami today also. And maybe Bahula Ashtami, it's a very big story. It's already 8 o'clock. So I will tell the story in a very short, maybe 5-10 minutes. I'll complete this. This will be a very big story. There is a Bahula Ashtami. And Bahula Ashtami means there was a cow, her name was Bahula. And she went to the forest for grazing. And she met with a tiger. And tiger said, for days I'm hungry, I want to eat you. So Bahula said, you can eat me, but my calf, my child is not fed until now. She's starving. So I give you word, I'll feed her and come back, and then you can eat me. And because this is Braj, everybody trusts. So tiger says, see, I'm very hungry. You must go quickly and come back quickly. And Bahula goes back and finds her calf, feeds her. Calf becomes very happy. But then the calf noticed that her mother is crying. She said, why are you crying? Then she said that, no, today this is the last moment when I can feed you, and next moment I'll not be there to feed you. Why? No, I'll be eaten by the tiger. So the Bahula is saying it's not that I'm worried that I'll be eaten by the tiger, but then who will feed you the milk? And then the calf said, no, you stay, let the tiger eat me. Because without you, I cannot live. So then they were fighting. And one is going, and Bahula is saying, no, tiger is waiting, I have to go. I should not be delayed. And then they started going. And then the owner came. So what happened? Now this is what has happened. So owner said, two of you be there. Let me go and let tiger make me as his feast. So, and then there was a competition between these three, and all three went to the place where tiger is feeling hungry. He is waiting and is very hungry to eat someone. And they saw three. He said, why three of you have come? And then one is saying, no, you eat me. The other one saying, no, you eat me. And the other is saying, you eat me. So one is jumping over in front of another, and they are fighting. And that is the time Krishna appeared and told tiger, don't you see what a wonderful sacrifice? I think today you can fast. And seeing Krishna, tiger's hunger was mitigated just like that without eating. So all three came back. So this is the story of Bahula. I don't know whether there are any other significance of Bahulastami. Anybody would like to say? Akhe is saying, today's Bahulastami, is it different from Gopastami? Yeah. Bahulastami is different than Gopastami. Now today is not Lalita Kund appearance day. It's not Lalita Kund, right? See, Kunda is very significant for service to Krishna. So you go to spiritual world, there will be many kundas, because kundas is a source of water and you need water for all the service. So everyone, each gopi will have their principal kunda with them. Radharani has Radha Kunda. And kunda is the source of natural resources that are necessary to give to Krishna. So Sasi Shankar is the story of Bahula in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, story of Bahula, I don't know where it is, Bahula story. Being from Odisha, we used to hear it from very childhood in the song form. I have read, I have heard Srila Prabhupada narrating once this Bahula story, and that's all. I don't know exactly the reference where it is there, but it must be there. Does Krishna do his lila even today in Radha? Every day, every day, every day. Every day there is a special lila in Radha Kund. We have a great Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, who stayed in Radha Kund and chanted every day 64 rounds. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I think I will stop today. I just want to let you know that yesterday we had a nice program in Dehradun, and I was very sick actually when I started from here. I was running nose, and I didn't know, but it's a miracle that I was sick until the program started yesterday, finally in the evening. And suddenly after the program, I felt my sickness has all gone. This is amazing. And of course, this Dehradun congregation, the building effort, Madhusudan Mukund Prabhu had the major role. He was well supported by Sarvatma Syam, Gadadhar Gauranga, Ankit, and others. And the Dehradun devotees, they are very much remembering Madhusudan Mukund and Sarvatma Syam. They want them to visit as often as possible. So it was a very, very nice program. I saw everyone was so happy. Everybody was dancing, singing, and there was prasadam finally for everyone. So we shifted to a new center. I have posted the center, the video of the place. Some of you might have noticed it. So yeah, this is what we are supposed to do. Prabhupada always told, preaching Krishna consciousness is not simply talking. Preaching Krishna consciousness means building institutes where we can give people responsibility to perform devotional service. And this is very, very important for all of us. So why we build a preaching center? Why we set up a preaching center? Why we set up a temple? Why set up a Gurukula? Because then people will take responsibility. When you take responsibility, then only there is a hope that you can perfect your life. Okay. So it is very, very important. And Chiranjit Roy is saying, can you again explain two-finger shot that you remember, Baba? Tatte anukampam. Please read that verse. That is all. Your life will have a lot of, will have a topsy-turvy cycle. There will be many reverses of life. But you must continue performing your devotional service. This is called endeavor. And one day, Krishna will surely shower the mercy. So this is the meaning of two-finger shot. One finger is your endeavor. The other finger is Krishna's mercy. And we must patiently wait for that mercy. We cannot demand, Krishna, I have performed a devotional service for whole life. Now you give me the mercy. No. One may have to wait for many, many lifetimes. Doesn't matter. Some may get mercy in one lifetime. Some may get mercy in 100 lifetimes. But whatever lifetime, doesn't matter, because after all, these even trillions of lifetimes may not equal to one Brahma's life. One Brahma's life is 311 trillion years. So if you live, if you have taken birth 1 trillion lifetimes also, and on an average, you cannot say that I will live for 311 years. It's not possible, because an insect you may live for a day. So even after trillions of lifetimes, you don't cover one lifetime of Brahma. So why so much of worry? We should continuously only think about serving Krishna, life after life. So thank you very much, all of you. Tomorrow we will again meet. Please join, everybody. I'm seeing many people are not joining in the morning chanting session. See, wherever I am, I make sure that somehow I am there in the chanting session. So please join the chanting session, because if our practice is good, then everything will be all right. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.